So it's been a beautiful day today at here in Dehradun, Chetan. And I was wondering, and I've been wondering, what has been our intent in starting Inner Flowering? And today I am getting some answer, or probably the next level of answer to it. Okay? And I feel that there are so many people in the world who need just to be listened, who have such stories. And when I've spoken to the participants over the last 2 days, there are so many stories. They are all very seemingly happy people, and yet they carry within themselves such pain. And I think inner flowering to me is not to resolve that pain, because some of the pain I feel is not something that we can resolve. But how can people in some way get in touch with their pain and get in touch with the real pain? Otherwise they are dealing with it at a very thought level. But when they go a little deeper, just getting in touch with that pain, to me, is the resolution of that pain. And I think these retreats help us do that deeper work. And then as we do the subsequent work through other mediums, I think that is the reinforcement. All of us need reinforcement at regular levels. To me, being here is making me feel comfortable that we are doing something that will be of value, or I am not getting the words, but that will be needed by people. I think that is, today I am getting that feeling very much.
Absolutely, and even I was just recording a video, and in that I've told that everybody to whom we are coming across as a participant, or maybe through other mediums, the people are good, but only that their experiences have made them something for which even they are not really happy with. And these retreats which we conduct, I feel it will help them to accept, to forgive, and whatever pain they have today is coming from the past. And we are helping them to recognize that moment when that seed was going inside them. Because if the moment you recognize that seed, you will realize that maybe that person who has inserted that seed is no longer in their life, but they are just carrying that memory in loop, and we help them to release that thing. And when that is released, the future can be a different. Otherwise, there are so many people I come across, their pain has become their comfort zone. And somewhere they aim for the great future, but in the end, they end up living the same life over and over again. No matter their designation is increasing, their salary is increasing, but with the same limited mindset, the outcome, the happiness is limited. So at Inner Flowering, we are helping people to release the pain of the past. And when that is done, even the future will change, not just of that person, the person, your loved ones, the generations ahead, So it's a
whoever
very
the person
big
comes in
impact.
contact with. Yeah, it's whoever the person comes in contact with. That's ecosystem. And what you said reminds me of one of the core principles which I learned in NLP and Gestalt, which says that awareness heals. It says that only awareness is enough to heal. And I am, for this last 2-3 days, I'm beginning to see how that works. Because what we do is only bring things to their awareness.
Very true. See, this is just a platform.
Yeah.
Even when you go to hospital and go undergo a surgery or operation, that doesn't mean that you are healed for lifetime.
Yeah.
That may come up again.
Yes.
But what we are doing, if we are healing the emotional pain, and in that acceptance, in that moment, if they accept that healing,
Yes.
it is going to heal them forever.
To me, the word that I have started loving is the word allow. If we allow, then nature, life, universe, whatever we call, is out there and willing and ready to heal you. The question is, do you allow? And I think opportunities like this and environments like this make it easier for us to allow. Because, as you rightly said, that pain becomes such a part of my identity that I want to talk about that pain at every opportunity.
True.
I want to tell whoever I can meet about, see how much difficult my pain is. And that has become so close to my identity that I don't want to let go of it. Letting go of it is like letting go of my identity. And I think awareness, when you bring such moments of awareness to the participants, I think it has the opportunity to be cathartic only if you allow.
True.
Only if you
And
allow.
even I have experienced one thing in the last 2 days. People are confused about forgetting and forgiving. They feel that if they forgive, instantly that memory will be deleted. It is not possible. See, if you meet with an accident, that doesn't mean that you will forget driving. No matter what kind of
Great analogy.
you have gone through, but this memory part of the brain is very important.
Yeah.
It is important for me
Yes.
to know, understand how to walk,
Yes.
how to eat food, and how to drive.
Yes.
So this memory, which is required for my existence at this point of time in life, it is required. But the people want that memory to be deleted completely, instantly. And that is the biggest reason there are a lot of people who are moving towards alcohol and other form of drugs, because for some time they forget it completely.
Yeah.
But once the hangover is over,
Yeah.
they are again back to the same life. Because this, what we are doing, and the people who are coming here are very strong,
Yeah.
very courageous.
Yes.
Just that they need a little push. Because it takes a lot of courage to be here.
And not just to be here, but what I have seen is that the kind of stories about themselves that the participants say. And there are various levels of stories, but to go to the depth that they have gone and they have shared, I mean, it takes such a huge courage. It gave me goosebumps, and it made me at times even feel a little worried that they're trusting us with something that is so close and so valuable.
True.
And I think that to me also tells me that this platform is also requires a huge amount of responsibility. And I love this butterfly as it comes.
The butterfly, there are so many butterflies that are
I
coming
love
and
as
sitting
they
on
come.
the flower.
Yeah.
There's
And
so
I
many
feel that.
butterflies around there.
But I think this platform is a huge responsibility for me.
Very true.
A huge responsibility.
And in fact, these participants who are coming here, from now on, if they are, as you rightly say, allow healing, it will also impact their children, because now what the mistakes they know the parents have done, or maybe the siblings have done so now they won't repeat the same mistake with their children. They won't repeat with their colleagues or their subordinates in the office. They will become a better person, and which society needs. And the more and more person we would try to touch life and heal that person, we are actually making a very big impact for the society. Because now the people understand that abundance is at all levels. Salary is important, it is very important. Money is very important.
True.
But to feel that money, spend time with family, and giving time to themselves is very important, which they will realize.
What you say reminds me of a story I read a long time back. There was this woman who was traveling with her mother, and they go to some US, and this is a true story if I'm not wrong. And there is a huge valley where there are entire valleys planted by daffodils. They are all in full bloom, and it looks so beautiful. It cheers the old lady. The old lady is having some kind of emotional problem. She sees this whole field of daffodils. She loves it, and she says, "Hey, I want to go and visit there." And then as she steps in front of the daffodil, there is that farm of field of daffodils in the valley. There is a board which says that this was planted or has been planted by a woman who has come every day for 30 years. Every day she would plant one daffodil for 30 years.
Consistency.
And I think this one, when you talk about, when you touch this one person, you don't know how and what ecosystem you are impacting. As you rightly said, we hear in NLP again, it says that when you uplift one person, you are uplifting humanity.
Absolutely. When you're touching a small drop of ocean, you're actually touching the entire ocean, because you can't touch the entire ocean all at once.
I think that's the beauty of this work.
Absolutely. And actually, sadly, if you have heard that if a child of a monkey dies, monkey doesn't immediately buries it. She doesn't believe that it is dead. So she keeps carrying the child all over for days after days until one day it stings. So sadly, there are so many people are carrying the past, and until and unless they come to the point that it started stinking, they come to the retreat.
And it's so interesting you bring death into this. Today morning, as I clicked pictures here, the line that came to me is, I wanted to put it on my Facebook and LinkedIn post, which I'll do once on the network. I wanted to say pictures from heaven. Are you willing to die to go to heaven? We want heaven
Without dying.
but we don't want to die. And death for us has a very different meaning. But something old within you, if it will not die and you don't bury that death,
Create a space
then
inside you.
there will be no space, and as you rightly said, it will stink. And you may not realize, but people around you, that stink will come out in some way, in some behavior. So, how okay are we to die? How okay are we to bury that within us, which is dead and no longer needed? I think these are beautiful discussions.
The people are carrying their past emotions, and they want to release it also.
Yeah.
They don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
So they are taking this try to do this quick fix,
Yeah.
going to astrologers
And
or
sometimes I may even ask them, do they really want to release? Sometimes this whole talk about I want to release this is just a facade, okay, by the mind to preserve that pain. As I said, sometimes that pain has become so close to their identity that if they can't talk about it, they don't have anything worthwhile to talk besides that.
and they want to release it at their convenience.
Ah,
If I ask them,
true.
get up at 4 a.m. for
True.
meditation,
No.
they say, no, it's not possible. I get up at 8 a.m. So
Yeah.
if you can't move your
True.
body from the bed
True.
just 2 hours earlier,
True.
how can you heal something which is
I agree.
like
I
so
agree.
long?
I
So the
agree.
people want change
I
at
agree.
their convenience.
But I think sometimes when you bring them face to face with their own behaviors, as I said, that word aware is a beautiful word for me. If you make them aware of these dichotomies that they are themselves living, for some it becomes a huge opportunity for change. I have also seen in other retreats, for some who cannot deal with it, they somehow find a reason to leave the retreat and go.
Yes.
They will find some reason and they will go because
Absolutely.
internally they just can't deal with facing the
Absolutely.
dichotomy. So I have seen that in both the retreats that we have done, that there are participants who will live in between because they will find it difficult to deal with that.
That is why they want to change. They have got the opportunity, but they find the past self more convenient.
And sometimes they are not ready, or it's sometimes too difficult. Sometimes it's too difficult.
And this meditation and mindfulness, it's not that you have to push the river.
Oh,
Beautiful
you
word.
can never push the river. Okay.
You just have
You
to
don't
be
need to push the
available.
river. You don't
That's
need to
it.
push the river.
Everything will happen on its own. The universe will heal you on its own.
Very true.
You are when you are in the operation theater, you don't instruct the doctor
Yeah.
what you have to do. You just lie down and allow surrender.
Surrender.
In the same way for emotional
But
wounds,
see, the whole
you have to
thing
surrender
is,
to the universe.
whole thing is, in a hospital they will give you anesthesia. So you are not in control of your consciousness. In a process like this, you have to deal with the pain with all consciousness. And I think that's why while a hospital surgery may seem easier, this is more difficult because here you have to operate on yourself with full consciousness.
Absolutely, but what
You have been living
this
with anesthesia.
platform-
You are living with painkiller. You have been taking painkillers
painkiller.
like
Temporary, temporary arrangements.
antidepressant pills, or and of course there are medical reasons where you take this is fine. But there are other painkillers like alcohol, smoking, binge watching. Okay, and you will find your so many such painkillers, or just not speaking and keeping quiet. These are all painkillers that we take to avoid the surgery.
Absolutely, but here in this platform, Inner Flowering, we are helping them facilitate that thing.
Yeah,
It
we are
just have to-
encouraging. The
they
whole
just have
idea
to
is to encourage them. Yeah,
Allow,
they have to allow.
allow and surrender.
Yeah, allow. I think you can't surrender. They are the same. You can't do one without the other. Okay, one without the other doesn't help. And I think we provide a platform that is safe, where while there are tools and techniques, but I think more than the tools and techniques, what I want to tell those who are watching this video is, beyond that is our intent. Our intent to ensure that you are safe. Our intent to ensure that we don't open you up and leave you like that. But we'll do whatever it takes. to ensure that you get an opportunity to heal. I think that is what drives us, brings us here, okay, all the way from Mumbai, makes us take whatever we do, makes it worthwhile.
True. The intent is good. The seekers who are thirsty will find their way to us.
I'm sure.
This is just a platform. It's a space where the universe will help seekers to come to us. That is, I'm pretty sure about it.
Yeah.
Because the intent is very good.
And I have seen that when your intent is right, your message reaches to the person who needs it. You've seen this retreat as well, you've seen that people who, when needed it, somehow got the message.
Last moment also, the people have come.
Yeah.
And there were people who were planning for the past 1-2 months.
And have not
They
been.
could not come.
Yeah. Very true.
And it could be people who were not able to take up the energy and they want to just leave for some reason or the other.
I think when you trust the nature, you have the right intent and trust the nature, I think your job is done.
True.
The world, the universe will take all the effort. Okay. It knows the how.
So lots of wishes to us from the mountain.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.